This quilt requires flying geese being made, so I'm going to do the larger quilt first, and there are several ways to make the flying geese piece, and I'm going to show you how this pattern suggests you do it. So this is a 3.5-inch square, and I'm going to draw a line on the diagonal from corner to corner. If I can get it to line up. And then I'm just going to draw a pencil line. That's going to be my stitching line right there. And I'm going to do another one. And because this is white on white, I already figured out which the wrong side is and the right side, because this is really hard to see, so I try to do it with good lighting. So there's that piece right there. And then these are the geese pieces, and they're going to go on this piece right here. This is 3.5 by 6.5. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that your placement is really on point. So in order to do that, several things have to happen. Number one, your pieces have to align. So this is a 3.5-inch square. And what I would do is, this is my stitching line. I'm not sewing 1/4 of an inch from this line out. I'm sewing right on here, so that when I cut, after it's sewn, what I'll do is I'll line this line, which will be on 1/4 of an inch, and then I would cut this piece off, and I would have this large triangle as a leftover piece. Okay, and then once it's cut, then this piece would get folded back and look like this. And I'm just going to stick a pin in here just to show you what the end result will look like, because I've got a lot of these to do first. So then you would do the same thing with this one, and then you would catch the seam up there, and I'll show you how I do this later. But when I'm done stitching, this is what it'll look like, and it'll have 1/4 of an inch seam up here at the top, and then when I sew it into the other pieces, this seam will be gone right here, and you'll have a point, which is the end result. You want to have a perfect point. So today will be spent working on the lines and stitching this out, and maybe I might make a star. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes, because I have a lot of these I have to do. I have to do all of these squares in here, and I have to do all of these squares here. So there's quite a bit that I have to do. So I'll be lining and creating these lines, and it'll take me probably close to a couple of hours just to draw the lines on there, and then there's all the stitching involved. But I'll take you through step by step. But right now, this is the first step.